You've destroyed my work.
No.
Why?
If you've
For
written the
what?
story correctly,
What did you
it
get
will
out
be
of that?
destroyed.
What did you
now
think
you want
was
to
so
argue now?
special about
You
seeing the
serious?
game undone?
You want to
Left
go
here like
against
so much
me?
garbage.
This is your garbage. No.
It's worthless
Don't put
now.
it on me. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Marchi, and welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe edition of the original Stanley Parable game, which was released in 2013, which means this one has a better graphics, it has more endings, and that's all I know. I didn't play the original Stanley Parable from 2013. I saw gameplay once, just a little bit, but I do know this is like a psychological exploration game in which there is a narrator, if I said that correctly, which is guiding you through a game. Now he's commenting your every move, and sorry, sneeze alert, and I'm not gonna edit this video, re-edit this video, whatever. Now, in this game, every choice matters. Now, every choice is not your choice. Every ending is not an ending. Every direction you take, you think that you took it with your own will, but you didn't. As much as I know, as much as I remember, the game is kind of reading your mind.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We'll see.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
It looks
And
like
then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
it looks like the Stanley, for me it looks like he's brainwashed completely, because he was, if this was his only job, just to enter certain keys, just to press some keys and to enter some commands, that's his whole job. It's kind of depressing, but he didn't notice that. He didn't know he wasn't aware of his situation or how
All of his
bad
co-workers
was.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is he guiding us to a meeting room?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
He knows. The speaking guy knows. So every employee had to disappear for Stanley to wake up from his daily routine. The whole world has to crumble for someone to wake up. And we're employee 427. We don't even have a name. I mean, no one has a name, which I could metaphorically say. I mean, not metaphorically. For every company, especially in this large one, every employee is just a number. It sounds cruel, but it looks like that. You're just a name on the paper.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Does he wants me? Does the guy wants me to go to right side, to right door? Am I gonna be obedient again? Or I think that I have my own free will. If I listen to him, I'm gonna be obedient. But this could be also the manipulation. Maybe he wants me to guide for me to think that something is on the left side, so I go right. Can I even win in this game? I'm gonna listen to him. I mean, we can't be sure about... Here's the meeting room. We can't be sure about anything
Yet
now.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, what was happening here? The meeting was about... Maybe there's a story behind all of this. Disappearance, hey. I mean, the chart is not... Wait a second, am I looking on the right... from the wrong side? Yeah. Disenergizing of core global value paradigms in thousands. I mean, these guys are having a rough time. Everything is plummeting. Look at the chart over there. Everything hit rock bottom. What's the company about? Is it even important? Can we find out something? Things, money, more money. Things but money, but with money to buy more things. Yeah, earn more to spend more. And it goes just in a circle. Synergize core values, expenditures. Yeah, typical corporate talk. Help? I'm a post-it. What? Was there a major layoff of employees? Because of the I mean, plummeting economy?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Red light. What if I don't listen to him once? I mean, I'm assuming there are multiple stories and endings? Hey, a note. Nah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope. No, you're still here. Damn it. Well, you're crazy.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
What the?
And everything went black.
Can someone explain what just
This
happened?
is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This is wicked. Completely wicked. Okay, let's go from the start. Stanley went nuts. Stanley went nuts the moment...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait a second, the moment...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley went nuts the moment he didn't... The moment we didn't listen to the voice in our head. When we make our decision, then he went havoc. I could go with that. He stepped out of his comfort zone, kinda. I could compare it with that. He made his own choice and he's probably was confronted by fear, anxiety. He didn't know what to expect and he went nuts because this was a shock to him, because the only thing through the whole working day was just to press buttons, and he was given a command by someone, by a monitor in this case, what to do. And he didn't have to worry about anything else. He was just listening and being obedient as a servant. And everything was fine. The moment something changed, the whole environment changed, his whole world changed, and I didn't even try to open any of these doors. Here we go
When Stanley
again.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course he did.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, it goes good so far. And what did you say about that girl? That lady that was standing over our dead body, like the moment she goes to work, she sees a dead body on the street. Now is the perfect time for me to introspect. To make an analysis of my whole life, how lucky I am, how lucky she is. I mean, look at this dead guy. That could be me. Oh my god, I'm so I'm so lucky to be normal. How can you know if you are normal? That's my question for you guys. I mean, every crazy person thinks he's normal, right? Just go from there. Oh my god. Hey.
Yes, truly a room
Finally.
worth admiring.
Yes.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Warm color, yeah.
Stanley
blue.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
God damn it, he knows. Drinks. Speaking about drinks, give me some. Cold.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yo, I'm enjoying.
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I mean, I didn't say I was normal, so
At
go
this
from
point,
there. From
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yeah, sure. It was my fault, yeah. But I must say, this blue room is a nice change. Look at this, like.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But
No.
when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Thank you, but I'm enough for myself. I can talk to myself. I don't need anyone. I mean, as you see for the last 15 minutes. But either way, what I wanted to say, look at this morbid, dark, vanishy looking yellow brownish thing, like it's falling apart. And look at this beauty. Bright, blue, warm, comfy. There's another blue room over there.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Left warehouse. I'll take this blue room. Oh, this is a meeting room down there. Okay, things are changing, but I want to go here. Let's go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yo, don't insult. Come on. Is this the illusion of free will? Caution, warning. People falling from the sky, huh? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Okay, if I survive, I will get fined. Ooh, this is a long way down. And this is a big warehouse, and this is just a waste of space. Okay. Wait a second. Maybe I don't need to go to ride this thing. You have jump. No? Okay, let's go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
He wants for me.
This is it, Stanley.
Fuck you.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
No!
She's been waiting.
This is the perfect form of a manipulation. He wants to play with my feelings so I can listen to him. And he said, like, don't do it for yourself, do it for her. It's a form of manipulation, yeah. I mean, you will do anything for the person you love, right? And this is the perfect case of that. But I didn't see any her over here. I didn't see my wife here or a girl. But this is the darkest room ever. God damn it, it's a black hole. No, I have my own will. Wait, maybe I can open some doors. I don't think so. I don't have a feeling like I can I draw a forklift? Bulldog, nice proper name for him. What is this company all about even? I mean, well, only boxes, nothing is written on them. I mean, never mind. Who's smoking in this warehouse? God damn it, ashtray doesn't. No one cares about environment. I mean, environment. You need to keep your workplace clean. Let's go. Shit. Fuck.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't trust him now. Because he said that in a way like, oh my god, she's dying, pick up the phone. No. Can I pop up the cord from a wall?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Oh boy.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Really? I mean, he can talk all much as he want, but I'm gonna go with my choices. I mean, when you're making a choice, you can be certain if it's gonna be easy, the good or
Now
bad.
that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh no.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
For a second, I really thought that they will drop me. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Yeah, sure. Good luck with that. Wait a second, we're going back to the start.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
They forced me.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh boy, everything is distorted. I mean, this is me. No. I want to be disobedient. Why did I turn right? I don't like to be forced. Especially not forced. And I wanted to see what will happen, but it looks like that we have to go left. I'm testing out this guy. He will get more upset than ever. I mean, I'm testing if we will have any. If we will not bear. Are we gonna? There's a certain word for it. Are we gonna pay for our choices? Are we gonna go through consequences? I'm missing out on that word, especially that's connected with consequences.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work.
No.
Why?
If you
For
read the
what?
story correctly,
What did you
it
get
will
out
be
of that?
destroyed.
What did you
now
think
you want
was
to
so
argue
special
now?
about
You
seeing the
serious?
game undone?
You want to
Left
go
here like
against
so much
me?
garbage.
This is your garbage. No. Don't put it on me.
And what am
I
supposed
have my
to
free
do?
will.
Even if there were a way
You're
to
the
continue,
director.
would it be
Don't
worth it?
even try.
To know that my
No.
story is now incorrect?
It
How
is
can I go
incorrect.
back to that?
You've written
I
it.
can't erase that knowledge.
Well,
I'll have
it's
to
your
live
fault.
with it forever.
Don't argue with
Reliving
me.
its
No, I'm
impossibility
the
forever.
employee
I couldn't
47.
live that way.
No.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
Shut it down.
To
Delete it.
willingly destroy all
Uninstall
of
it.
my work?
It's your.
No.
No, I don't. I
What's
won't
the answer? What do I do? What do I
take the
do?
blame. What do I do? Nothing.
No, I have
Become
to.
better.
I have to shut
Practice.
the
Maybe we
game
need to
down.
watch some
I have
educational videos, not me.
I have to.
What? Oh shit. Here we go. Outlast. Incoming. What? Flatline? Aliens?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Yeah.
You. Who thought you were so
Yeah.
clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yep.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Which door
entered
we
the
want
door
to
on his
take now?
left.
Does he really? He really thinks that he can trust me? He's even crazier than I am. You're going down, man.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Just
hurry
because of fun.
behave
You're gonna
exactly
die
as
with
Stanley
me. I'm
would.
going down
That
there. You're
means
going
choosing
down
responsibly
with
and
me.
always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
I'm gonna be
Just
first
follow
in
my
line for
lead
the
and
right
you'll be
door.
fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Come on.
No! Why did you do that?
Look at this scenario. Okay,
hurry
okay. Okay.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
We
responsibly
came to a
and
stop.
always putting the
got it.
story first.
I
I'm
had
quite
to
sure
try.
you'll be
I
up
mean,
to
we
the
have to
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
have fun
All
with
right.
it. Why not?
When Stanley came
Try
to a
to
set
beat the
of
guy,
2 open
not to beat-
doors, he
not
entered
to
the
beat
door
up.
on his left.
With the fists, but to beat him up. Not to beat him up. Okay. To prove our point. Oh, I can't believe this. It's cool. It's cool. I must say, it's cool. For a beginning, a lot
Yet
of
there was
things.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Okay.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The only room that has written something on a door. Did someone just unlock it? Okay, it sounded like it was unlocked. Okay, let's go on.
Coming
Let's
to a
go talk.
staircase,
Yeah.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Look at the office. Damn. No. Locked. Secret door over there. It's kind of filthy.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Hello? Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Do I need to...
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark
I'm sorry,
115.
is there a problem?
Something-
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Am I crazy? Am I dumb? Not crazy. Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating
I was
to bring
holding
you this
the,
far, only
US
for
key.
you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me.
I went to
Explain
the right.
yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
This is one of the
Stanley,
endings.
this is important.
We broke the
Story
game
needs
in
you.
our
It needs you to make a decision.
in our
It cannot
first
exist
try.
without you. Do you understand?
Am I
Whatever
good
choice you
or
make is
not?
just fine. They're both correct. You can't be wrong here. We
Jesus
can work
Christ.
together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Well,
Change. Do something. Anything.
we need to finish
This is more important
today's
than you could ever
episode,
know.
and this is the
I need
perfect
this.
way
The
to
story needs
end
it.
it.
So,
Unbelievable. I mean,
are you
I'm
there? Are you listening to this, Stanley? Are you
I am
there?
kind of
Okay. It's okay. I can
feeling not guilty. I'm
need
kind
time
of
to
sad
decide.
that I made the right
to make
choice
sure your
in the
choice is
first
correct. That
episode
is
and the
best
first time.
choice. That's
I
all
wasn't
right.
obedient. Now I need to
I'll
pay
wait for you to
consequences.
decide what's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I need to bear consequences. I still
Take
can't
as much
remember that
time as
word.
you need.
So it looks like, okay, Stanley needs to be obedient if we want to make a progress in this game. It looks like we need to be obedient and listen for that narrator too. We need to follow his orders, instructions, but these are orders. Or this is just a crazy voice in our head. I mean, for a dream it's kinda too long to be a dream.
All of his co-workers were gone.
This is a simulation,
What could it
this is a
mean?
matrix.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
That's
simply missed
it.
a memo.
Either way, so far, I can't believe what we've done. Do I feel kind of bad? Kind of do. I mean, because he warned us. And I had a feeling like, okay, we should listen to him. But that was like, let's have a fun. Let's poke the guy, you know, let's make him upset a little bit more. Let's turn on the fire. And I went to the right, knowingly in myself that in that moment was the wrong decision to make. But a wrong move to do, you know. It's kind of interesting. At least we're gonna learn a valuable lesson from this episode. If your gut's telling you that something is off, then it is off. It's off by a mile. And if you're doing it and you know that is wrong, keep on doing it. Keep on doing it till you end up like I will take the blame. Not we. I'm not gonna say we. I'm gonna take the blame that we are right here on the start. But it's okay. This is also one of those things that you have to experience in life. A failure. Okay, in this case, in our case, this was intentional failure, or disobedient failure that comes from disobedience. I'm not sure if that's even a word, but I'll just go with it. What can go wrong? I mean, we already messed up the whole game, his story, his whole philosophy, psychology. I'm talking about the narrators, you know. But that only shows the lack of his knowledge on psychology, on what the Stanley will do in a certain situation. You need to improve, man, also. So, amazing first episode, I must say amazing. Now I'm starting to question myself, should I make only the right, should I listen to the guy in the next episode all the way? In that case, I think I have a feeling like we're gonna really make a progress in the story, but we'll miss out on all of the other alternative endings, story directions, plots, environments. Maybe we'll have an additional episode just to go through them all. I mean, it's gonna be a kind of tough. I mean, it's not gonna be tough. It's gonna take a lot of time. If you took left door, then we have another two choices, or maybe even three, and it just spreads into you know, in the width, on the horizontal. You know, it just goes. Yeah. Well, either way, if you like this video and you want to support the channel and you want to help me, and you want to you want to tell me what you think about the video, you can always click that or smash that like button. I'm gonna wrap today's episode. This is all from me for today. Amazing experience. I hope I'm gonna see you in the next episode. So, this is all from me for today again. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.